Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Kenny Wallace Show, brought to you by JEGS, the leader in high-performance aftermarket car parts. Remember to go to jegs.com. That's all, folks. That was the last NASCAR week of the year, weekend. And what a weekend it was. There is so much to talk about. Look at the Herminator. Notes galore, but let's get right to it. How about Ryan Blaney, 29 years old, wins the 2023 NASCAR Cup Championship. Ryan Blaney is your 2023 NASCAR Cup champion. All right, be honest. Be honest. How many people besides Dale Earnhardt Jr., and boy, you got to give a round of applause to Dale Jr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. way back said Blaney's going to win it all. How in the hell did he know that? What did he know that we didn't know? Now, listen, if we talk to Ryan Blaney right now, he's going to tell you that I'm breaking my arm, I'm patting my back. Ryan Blaney's going to tell you when he ran like third or fourth in his very first Xfinity race at Richmond. Sweet Daddy was one of the first people to the car. And to this day, he says, I will never forget that, Herman. So, yes, I don't jump on the Ryan Blaney bandwagon. I was already on it. But I did not see Ryan Blaney making this type of comeback. And I got to tell you, the racer in me, the race car driver and the chassis man and the mechanic in me, when they showed up at Martinsville, what I noticed in Ryan Blaney's car was forward grip. Man, they had some camera angles. Ryan Blaney's car had going to one at Martinsville, and all of a sudden just squirt up off turn two. Good forward drive. And I went, I think they found something. And boy, it carried on to Phoenix. And Phoenix, even though it's a momentum track, you got to roll. You want to get in the gas. You want to stay in it. Yes, you do, because that corner down there in 1 and 2, it's wide, it's sweeping. You want to lay down that gas quicker than anybody. So, in my opinion, and respond right here, if you're the crew chief for Ryan Blaney, I believe, besides great balance getting in, not loose getting in, good corner speed, obviously not as good as Ross Chastain, and that's another story in a minute, but Ryan Blaney and Pensky, they found some really good forward drive. So congratulations to Ryan Blaney on the championship. I did not see him coming. I already gave Dale Earnhardt Jr. all the praise. Junior saw him coming. Junior wins that award. And look, I said that it was going to be Kyle Larson or it was going to be William Byron to win the championship. I'm not going to be hard on myself, because really none of us were right. We got to remember Ross Chastain won the race, and we're going to talk about it in a minute. But let me kick my ass for a little bit. What are you doing, Herman? Can't you see I'm roughing myself up? What is that, liar? When what are you doing? Can't you see I'm kicking he's beating himself up. So I'll rough myself up for a little bit. I was wrong. But, buddy, I wasn't that wrong. Kyle Larson was there. William Byron dominated. So, it came down to who adjusted their car. And at the end, it was Ryan Blaney, finished second, won the championship. Congratulations to Kyle Larson. He ran really good. And, of course, William Byron runs really good. He finishes third in the points. And then Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell breaks a right front brake rotor. That is part failure. Although I know he's a little bummed out, Bell can be at peace that it was a part failure. The team is going to examine it. Why? Why did Christopher Bell's right front brake rotor blow apart? It happens. It's called part failure. When they study metal, it's called metallurgy or something like that. Okay, guys at Pensky, don't laugh at me. But sometimes when you put metal together, there can be little air pockets inside the metal. It's kind of like when you're looking at a diamond and you can see in the diamond, you can see the flaws, the little black. metal will do that. So who knows? Christopher Bell said it was the first brake rotor he's ever blown apart in his life. And I believe him, and I don't think he's hard on brakes. I think it was a part failure. I think there was some bad metal there, and metallurgy, and I think there was some air pockets in that metal and blew that brake rotor apart. So Christopher Bell finished as fourth, but he was there. He did really good. And yeah, I think that's it. All right. We will get to the controversy at hand. But first of all, this was a really young group. Was this the youngest group in NASCAR history? The Herminators got it wrote down here. Let's start with oldest. We had Kyle Larson, 31 years old. Second, Christopher Bell. Or no, William Byron, 25. Hold on, Herman. Jesus, calm down. Let's start with the oldest to the youngest. Oldest, Kyle Larson, 31. Blaney, second oldest, 29. Christopher Bell, third oldest, 28. William Byron, what a little bitty baby, 25 years old. That's crazy. 25 years old and almost won the Cup championship. So anyway, this was a really young group. And if NASCAR does it right, and believe me, I saw Steve O'Donnell like my post where I said, you got to get these kids promoted. Steve O'Donnell, one of the most important men in NASCAR, he liked my post last week where I talk about, look, nobody knows these drivers. And if you heard Kevin Harvick after the race, he says, we got rock stars. He kept going. Rock stars tells me that NASCAR and all the TV executives heard the Herminator. Now, it ain't about me. Okay. I'm not saying they heard me, but I think it's quite a coincidence that I create a stink and say, all right, guys, nobody knows your drivers. Nobody knows them. And then all of a sudden, Steve O'Donnell likes my post on Instagram. Don't take it down, Steve. And all of a sudden, after the race is all over, Harvick, a little birdie must have said something to Harvick because he's like, we got rock stars. We got rock stars. Now, and I say, now promote them. And NASCAR came back in their State of the Union address, and they said, we are going to create a new center next to the NASCAR offices there in Concord, North Carolina. And we're going to start doing videos and get these faces out there. So they hear me. They listen to me. I'm just saying that's the topic at hand. It's not important for me to keep patting myself on the back, but the Herminator's been through it all. NASCAR hurt us. Promote these damn drivers. Get them out there. You got the youngest, and Kevin Harvick says they're rock stars. I don't really think they're rock stars. I don't think they got to be controversial, but you got to get their face out there, okay? They are good people. I love Blaney. He needs to get a sponsor, Mountain Man. He's a hairy dude, ain't he? Ryan Blaney, he's hairy's all get out. He ought to get a sponsor. He probably got tired of shaving. He just let that old beard grow. But so, yeah, he needs to get a sponsor. Get him out there. Ryan Blaney, good guy. Everybody loves him. And I think we do got 4 great champions. So let's get them out there and let's make them the rock stars. All right. The controversy. What is the controversy? Oh, my God. Ryan Blaney hit Ross Chastain in the rear, bumped him. That's all that happened. But it was pretty exciting because they're running about 120 mile an hour, getting down into 130, maybe a little faster, getting down into, turn 1 there. I got to turn my brain around because the whole time I raced. Now, turn 1 was always, it's kind of like Darlington. They changed these racetracks on us. Turn 1 used to be turn 3, but, Blaney goes down into turn 1. Now Ryan Blaney, now this is, Charlie has been dropping these great press conferences right here. Ross Chastain says, yeah, I heard him and I don't care. I love it. That's a great soundbite. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of shit talking. Did you beep that out, Charlie? Anyway, that's what I'm talking about. Give some good quotes. Ross Chastain, the gift that keeps giving. I love it. He's no longer wrecking anybody because that didn't work out. But Ross, that's where it's at. Ross said I took some air away from him in his press conference that you hear right here on the Kenny Wallace Show. In the press conference, just scroll right through YouTube here. You will see him. Ross said, yeah, I made it hard on him because that's what I want to do. I want to lead laps. Leading laps is important. So Ross Chastain's like, I'm leading laps, and yeah, I'm making it hard on him. But it was also a chance by Blaney to hit him, and not really, Blaney did a good job because he could have ruined his car and taken away his championship race. But that was the controversy. And I liked the barbing back and forth. That's good material for us to, we call that water cooler talk. Back in the day, you had a water cooler and you'd meet at the water cooler, getting a little water for yourself at work. All the jobs had a water cooler. Now we got our own little cup. But back in the day, you didn't have your own little cup. You went to the water cooler at your job, little plastic cup. You'd have 3 or 4 people gather around, and they'd say, what'd you think about Blaney hitting Ross in the butt? And so that's where the phrase water cooler talk came about. So that was awesome. Listen, my opinion, that was awesome because Blaney had enough of him. and Ross knew it. Ross knew he was dealing Blaney a fit. And so it was a hell of a show. Nobody's fault, no nothing. Just a hell of a show. The show was after with the great quotes. And I love Ross going, yeah, I made it hard on him, and I don't care what he thinks. That's badass. All right, so that was pretty cool. Let's see where we're at. Let's wrap it up for Pensky, okay? Let's give you some stats that are pretty cool. Roger Pensky, wow. Follow along with me here. This is the 3rd NASCAR Cup. I got to go all the way to the nth degree. This is the 3rd NASCAR Cup driver for Roger Penske to win the Cup championship. Now, you say, but there's 4 Cup championships. Well, Joey Logano won 2 of them. Brad Keselowski won the other. And now Ryan Blaney. Now, we all know that the captain has 44 championships, with the Indy cars and throughout all the racing that he's been involved in. Roger's got race teams galore, whether they're over in Australia or, Daytona prototype, whatever it is. Roger Penske is the captain, and that is, drum roll, that is Roger Penske's back-to-back Cup championship. So Penske got a lot of stats right here, and I really think Ryan Blaney going to be one of Roger's favorites because by Ryan winning the championship, that makes it back-to-back Cup championships for Penske. He's full of pride. I saw him on victory lane. Really, really do wish my brother could have, got him a championship. Brother Rusty won Roger a lot of damn races. I would venture to say that, Rusty's 10-year win, Rusty won 10 races in 1 year, but just a little short on winning Roger a championship. But anyway, Roger Penske, what a man. What a legend. Let me say this too. Blaney. Remember, he was almost out. Remember, he run 6 at Vegas and they were going to take it away from him because of some little technicality and they gave him his points back. That's how close this was. Blaney was almost out of the deal. And this leads me to this point right here, right? The car means so much nowadays. If the car does not go, then you will not go. I'm sorry. And the only reason I'm saying sorry is because we're still stuck in the old days a little bit. We want to think the driver is everything. But look at me. I always use myself as an example. Even Dale Jr. said, damn, Herm, I got in that Pennzoil car and I hauled ass. Quick time at Rockingham, run second, top 5 all the time. Back in the day, these teams were built, they would craft this car, and this car would be faster than everybody else's car. Nowadays, you're seeing these drivers, hey, listen, I'm going to admit it. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the best at looking at talent of anybody. I'm giving Junior a trophy here. Here's your trophy, Junior. Woo! He deserves that. By the way, hold on. This is my first trophy ever. It's just a joke. We're having fun. We're having fun. Okay, this was at TNT up there in Quincy, Illinois. Okay, so Dale Jr. gets a trophy. Now, that was fun right there. We're just having fun. Calm down. Herman showing us our trophies like he got to. No, we're having fun. I give Junior the Ric Flair trophy because he saw talent better than anybody. But here's my point. Herman, get to the damn point. All right, here's the point. Blaney and those boys made some adjustments a couple races ago because I thought about halfway through the year, Blaney was not the man. So something happens, right? And Blaney's the same driver, but now Roger Pensky says, I think he's matured a lot over the last 2 months. 2 months? Damn, you're going to narrow it down right there, Roger? You're probably saying that because he's been winning. People are funny. When you start winning, people want to say the driver is different. The driver's matured. You're wrong. Let me tell you what gives the driver confidence is when that damn race car goes and that car handles. Breaking news in the garage area. That's what it is. So, Roger, I love you, and you're way better than me. Roger Penske's the man. But what makes a driver mature and what gives the driver confidence is when that car handles. So I'm saying that Team Pinsky, now, okay, Joey didn't find it, but I'm going to tell you one thing, that crew chief on Blaney's car, he found it, and it was forward drive and whatever you want to say. But that's what I see with my eyes. Respond right here if I'm wrong. But, I didn't have Blaney winning the championship. Oh, yeah, I saw the momentum coming after Martinsville. Absolutely. Hell yeah, I saw the momentum coming. We all did. So the bottom line there is that Pinsky finds something, Blaney's faster. Hey, let me ask you this. Did you hear Roger? Did you hear Roger Pensky calming Blaney down? Calm down, Ryan. He was mother everybody. He was chewing Ross's ass out. Ryan Blaney was mother everybody on the radio. Roger Pensky comes on early in the race there at Phoenix. He goes, calm down, Ryan. Respond right here. Did y'all hear that? I didn't hear it. I read it on Twitter. Old Larry Mack say, I was kind of one of the first guys on Twitter. And in our TV meetings, I would say I saw it on Twitter. And I think old Larry McReynolds got tired and he said, let me guess, you saw it on Twitter. I said, yep. So anyway, they said on Twitter that Ryan Blaney was motherfucking Ross Chastain. It was funny as all get out. And the boss, the captain Pensky says, I think he listened to me. I told him, calm down, boy. So he had to run second to win the race because, Ross wins it all. All right. This was a Ford sweep. Ford wins it all. Does that make you mad? Respond right here. Does that make you mad? Ford winning everything. Ford won it all. Won the truck championship. Won the Xfinity championship. Cole Custer. By the way, I do admit the truck race was a show. I agree with Tony Stewart. Scroll right here on YouTube. Look at Tony's comments on that truck race. Don't race like that. I know Carson Hocevar is a lover and he's a good guy, but goes into one, bam, goes around the corner, goes down the back straightaway and goes, going to take air off and whatever. He done got past clean. Carson, man, I'm going to tell you, good thing it's the end of the year. Maybe everybody will forget during the winter, but that truck race was god awful. But it was really good. That Ford, I don't mean it was really good. I'm just saying what an accomplishment for Ford. They swept it all. They dominated NASCAR. Now you're going to hear the automaker of the year was Chevrolet. Well, they always win the automaker of the year because I don't know why. Maybe they got the best teams, but Ford won it all. how's it go? Might have won the battle, but they lost the war. Chevrolet might have won the battle, but they lost the war. And that's what happened here. Ford won it all. Won the truck championship, won the Xfinity championship, won the Cup championship. A lot of records broken here. Hang on with me now. Ross Chastain makes history. Ross Chastain makes history. And I'm sure if Charlie rolled through here right now, he would find it. I said that this would be the year. And I don't know if Charlie's going to look too hard. I said that this would be the year that somebody finally wins the race that does not win the championship and is not in the Final Four. It happens. Ross Chastain makes history. And look at this. This was kind of showing up a little bit everywhere. For a while, there are all these races. Zane Smith looks like he was going to win the truck race, and he was not in the championship. There were drivers in the Xfinity that, were close, but I think we're getting to where, those four drivers are not always going to be the best. And I think we're closer. Listen, that's the way it plays out, okay? Blaney rolled on. They got hot at the right time. They got that chassis working. I still think Ryan Blaney drove the same, but I think that car handled better. All right, last but not least, the great Kevin Harvick. We've already gone 21 minutes. I know you're on the way to work. Here's what I got. Harvick, listen to this stat. Kevin Harvick won his first Cup race, and 21 years later, he won another Cup race. Say that again, Herman. Say it again. Harvick won his first Cup race, right? 21 years later, he wins his last Cup race. Now, I'm going to find it right here. That is a big, big stat. Well, I guess I erased it. I'm bad at cleaning my phone up. I got too many pictures in my phone. Here's the deal. Harvick's stats are mind-blowing. They really are. He's done it all. Kevin Harvick going to the Fox TV booth. I think the reason you heard so much about Harvick on and on, it was almost like we get it. But I think the reason Harvick created such sadness is that kind of last of the Mohicans, right? Kind of last of the Indians. Harvick has done it all. I'm just looking for some more stats here on Harvick. I got all these damn pictures in here, but I think it's just simple to say Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick's stats are just all, here it is right here. Listen to this. Okay, we're going to end the show like this. Kevin Harvick, what a man. Charlie, when we get through December, let's throw a little tribute up for Harvick. Let's repost Kenny Conversation with Harvick. Let's end Kevin Harvick like this. 826 starts, 60 wins, 444 top tens. Wow. 309,630 miles. 2014 Cup Championship. Now, that was 828 starts. That's across the board, okay? That's what they do. NASCAR starts. But this guy's truly done it all. He's won Daytona. He's won the Brickyard. He's won the Coke 600. You name it. Harvick has won it all. So I think that's the reason there was just Harvick. All right, everybody. Well, listen, I think I broke it all down. I don't know what I missed. Respond right here. The big Kenny Conversation's coming up. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Wow. He's coming up this week. I'm so excited. But we got Ricky Carmichael. Right now. Ricky Carmichael is going to be airing on Tuesday. The GOAT, the greatest of all time. Ricky says Chad Reed was his biggest nemesis. He said Chad Reed would just never roughed him up, just raced him hard. So Tune into Kenny Conversation. But we're going to have Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming up. I believe we're going to have him on Sunday because you know why? There's no racing. So we got them all in the pipeline. We're going to have Rico Abreu, Elliott Sadler. Super grateful for all these great drivers. We've had all the great drivers. I'm humbled. I'm a little shy, a little embarrassed. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I love you all very much. Herman, we have a lot of fun. Oh, don't pat me on. We're just having fun. You'll pat me on the back, and I'm sorry, I got to say, we all just having fun, putting on a little show, a little smack talk. Don't hurt nobody. All right, everybody, that was the last NASCAR weekend, but the Kenny Conversations, the Kenny Wallace Show, the Coffee with Kenny keeps on rolling. Love you all, and until the next show.